Alright, so this is the challenge mode helwyr guide. I guess it's not really a beginner's guide. This is just my video of what I believe to be the easiest method for doing successful challenge mode helwyr kills. It's not the fastest method, may not be the best method, but it's the best method I know, and it's the one that I used. So, more or less, what I do is avoid all the mechanics that you can, all the ones that damage you, just run away from them, and DPS from outside of the radius of his bleed attack and his Fury attack. You can use uh, Surge and Escape pretty effectively to avoid those attacks, and also the main thing is going to be setting yourself up to not get insta-killed by the mushroom bombs. And that's really the tricky part. They hit you very, very hard, and if you're between two mushrooms and they both blow up, it's pretty much a 10k. Basically get KO'd, almost certainly, unless you're wearing like Acto or something. Which brings me to the gear. You could use whatever you want. You could use tank armor. I prefer magic. Definitely prefer magic for this. Wear an amulet of souls and tectonic, augmented tectonic. Um, uh, and yeah, bring an overload, some super prayer renewals, some adrenaline, a few flasks of brew. I think I usually use. Um, then some kind of shield for the resonances. I prefer the Calphite Repriser because it won't draw you into melee distance if you equip it as a shield. So then you can resonance if he makes it to you, and if he doesn't, then you don't get dragged to him. Um, so that's basically the gear. I'm gonna do a slow spawn so I can show you guys how the mushroom part works, because that part is a real pain in the ass. Um, so without further ado, let's get the instance started. I'm gonna put them on slowest spawn so I can. Oh, you can only go down to standard. Challenge mode. Let's get down to. Okay, so standard spawn is the slowest speed you can get. Then I will do a little description first. So if you see the northern row, the northernmost row of mushrooms, those will be safe from explosive mushrooms um, on the phase where he does the explosive mushrooms. His mechanics are the same as in normal mode, except way more savage. And the bleed one automatically knocks your prayer off, hits like 5 to 7k or something crazy like that, and then the bleed is much stronger. The flurry attack is much stronger as well, and the explosive mushrooms come after the little minions get summoned, and then after the explosive mushrooms are done, he rearranges all the mushrooms. So the main mechanic you really have to worry about is the explosive mushrooms. The rest you can pretty much handle either through eating if you get stuck or just by running away from the mechanics. Um, so more or less, there's going to be one row that's going to be safe the entire time, or one row going this way from east to west. The northernmost row will be safe from the first wave of explosive mushrooms. Then the second wave will be the clear one, and the first wave will explode. And then after the second wave or the second row explodes, then the third row will be the safe one. Or when the second row, when all the others besides the second row explode, then you'll go proceed to the third row, and that will be the safe one. So you go, down a column or a series of columns depending on where the bleed mushrooms are. You kind of have to navigate past the bleed mushrooms one row down at a time till you get to the last row, and then the 4 northern rows will explode, and then the bleed mushrooms will come out, and then you just get back to the north side, and from the north side, the next time the explosive mushrooms come, you do the same thing. So to stay safe from the explosive mushrooms, you start at the north and proceed south, one mushroom at a time after each explosion. I hope that's a clear enough explanation. Anyhow, um, Okay, I think that was actually a clear enough explanation that I don't have to show it until it actually happens in the kill. So I will put it on fastest spawn because I don't like waiting for the standard. Excuse me. All right, start with melee prey on. Make sure you're overloaded up. You can throw this on. Yeah, so he's going to end up hitting me with the bleed here. Bang, knocks the prayer off. Yeah, that's a damn unfortunate mushroom spawn, but we're going to, you play the cards you're dealt, I suppose. As soon as you can, I like to try. Oh, no, damn. I was supposed to use Metamorphosis, and I have Sunshine on this bar. Yep. That's all right, though. So here come the explosive mushrooms. Bang, and then you proceed one more down. Bang, then you proceed one more. That might hit me. Bang, one more. And you can try and DPS during this as well if you're not getting stuck like I am. And bang, that's the last one. So now it's going to clear. He's going to drop more mushrooms. I like to surge to the end here and then just run along. Avoid his bleed mechanic. Stop right before the end. Avoid this mechanic. And then... yeah, so much for that. I did not avoid the flurry mechanic, but good old Devoted came in and saved me. Thank God for Devoted, right? All right. So now you got a little bit to do thresholds. These guys come out. Mushrooms will not be far behind. We're going to meta this time like we're supposed to. And just get to work with the DPS while we avoid these mushrooms. Simply proceed to the second one. If you can find a whole column that's not covered by bleed mushrooms, that's very advantageous. And that was the case here. Nice and easy. That's exactly what we wanted. And now we proceed back down. Surge if you need to, but if you don't, of course, just don't. Run along, and the Fury is behind me. The Flurry, rather. Although Fury does also apply. Yeah, now just wait here for these minions. They'll be coming out. Throw multi-targets all you can when they're out. Soon again we will have explosive mushrooms. And you gotta be right in the middle. Gotta be right in the middle. Here, I'll show you guys what happens if you don't dodge them right now. Bam, 5,000. Yeah, it's no joke. Oh shit. And I did it again on accident because I'm so used to being in the right place. That's funny. Alrighty. Now let me just brew back up because of my idiocy. Alrighty. Now we have another meta for him, which is nice. Another Adren pot for him, which is also nice. This is a very slow kill. I apologize, guys. Poorly executed, but once again, the point is I'm showing the mechanics and getting the basic how-to for you. And this method, it is fairly easy. Once you get used to it, it's fairly easy. It takes a minute to get used to, and a lot of people struggle early on because the mushrooms are just... it's kind of hard to recognize what the pattern is, and they are just so strong. They just beat the piss out of you if you let them get on you. So a lot of people struggle with it for that reason. But once you got it down, it's actually not too awful. Not easy, but not awful. Just like everything, really. Once you learn it, it's not hard anymore, of course. But yeah, there he goes. And that is one helwyr challenge mode. You could do a couple kills in inventory if you want to. But I didn't usually do a ton. I would usually do about 4 or 5 kills per trip when I was going for my 100. Um, and it's not a bad, it's not too bad of a deal once you get used to it. Anyways, hope somebody saw something new there or learned something they didn't know before. I really appreciate you guys who watch and like these videos. So I'm gonna keep making more, and hopefully everybody will keep enjoying them. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.